The pilot fell asleep at an altitude of 10,000 meters. A loud alarm suddenly woke him up. He opened his eyes and saw that the fighter jet's engine was on fire. The aircraft was losing control and falling rapidly toward the ground. The man quickly pulled the control stick and radioed the commander, asking for permission to eject. After getting approval, he brought the jet down to 1,000 feet to prepare for ejection. But then, something went wrong. The ground crew had forgotten to remove the safety lock on the ejection system. The seat did not respond at all. Seeing that the jet was about to crash, the pilot spotted a runway below. He immediately decided to attempt an emergency landing. He removed his headset, activated the fire suppression system, and forced the engine to shut down. Then, he flipped the jet and aimed straight for the runway below. This dramatic moment was witnessed by a passing general. The man tried to restart the engine, but failed again and again. When the plane was only 300 meters from the ground, the engine finally restarted. He pulled the control stick with all his strength, leveled the jet, and lowered the landing gear. In the end, he safely landed the jet on the runway. The man had survived. He quickly pulled out the key from the safety lock so the ground crew wouldn't be punished. At the same time, the general walked over to the runway. Impressed by the man's calm under pressure, the general selected him to join the Soviet space program. In the 1960s, the global race expanded into space. To beat the United States in achieving the first spacewalk, the Soviet Union decided to move up its manned spaceflight program by 2 years. The Soviet Space Agency was under intense pressure. Finally, their rocket engineers succeeded in developing a spacesuit. The commander then chose 2 pilots for the mission. The 2 men began intense training right away. To simulate zero gravity, a passenger plane flew up to 10,000 meters, then dove downward sharply. This created about 15 seconds of weightlessness. The man used those short moments to practice again and again. After countless tests, the 2 men completed their training successfully. At the same time, scientists worked day and night to design the spacecraft. Due to the extreme workload, one engineer even died suddenly from exhaustion. But their hard work paid off. They finally built a working manned spacecraft. However, right before the official launch, the unmanned test flight failed. The test craft crashed and broke apart, destroying all data. It was a huge blow to the team. Despite this, the top leaders of the Soviet military insisted on launching the manned mission. The commander went to the 2 astronauts. They agreed to continue the mission. On a snowy morning, the 2 men boarded the spacecraft. They began one of the greatest missions in human history.